What's up, everybody? Welcome into week 12 of the Ragsdale Rumble. I am your host, Big Mike, and I am joined by our competitors still in the lead so far. Herb, what's going on, Herb? How are you doing today?
I am fantastically splendid.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
I'm
That's
just glad that Raj is playing second banana to me right now. So
he's starting off early
He
this
is.
morning. Okay. Or this
Oh, yeah.
evening.
there is no
Immediately
log
throwing
jam
salt
at second
in the
place. Raj is in second all by himself. So I'm happy.
Well, it's hard to have a log jam when there's only two competitors. And speaking of two competitors, our second place competitor right now, Raj, how are you doing, sir?
Well, I usually say fantastically splendid, but since somebody decided to ruin that for me,
is Raj all
I'm doing okay.
discombobulated
A little
tonight?
under the weather right now, but I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm interested to see what happened this past weekend. I know there were some picks that I picked that didn't go my way and vice versa. So I'm hoping things even out, but I have a feeling that I'm still in second place.
Yes.
You are, as a matter of fact. So last week, for the third week in a row, there has been a tie. There's been an even number of games picked opposite. Herb won one, you won one. So it did end up you're still one down for the year. But we've got a few more weeks ahead. Plenty of season left to go to catch up. Not a huge slate this weekend, as we know. Most games are cupcake games. This is that awful week before rivalry week where most people take a week off. There are some good games, though, so we'll get into a few of them.
I do have a quick question, Mike.
Sure.
Last week, I picked Missouri to beat Tennessee by 29 points. Do I get extra points for that?
No. So, as we stated all season, we aren't going against the spread, although that could change this week. There may be a surprise at the end of this video. But we have gone head-to-head regardless of spread. So, no, you don't get any extra points.
You can tell
I was thinking it, but you can't find it on film. I was thinking
okay. Raj is a little discombobulated tonight, so you're gonna have to
big word.
You have to forgive him.
Big word.
Okay.
Oh my gosh, he's coming out swinging.
If we end the season, I'm thinking about having a spelling bee with all the big words just to see who can spell the word.
Oh my god,
that's yet to be determined. We'll see how this week goes and see how we do at the end of the year. But as I said, kind of a crappy week. Not as many games this week that we're going to go through. But we'll start off in the ACC. As we said last week, we're going to go more of my conference affiliation since it is getting closer to championship Saturday. First game up, you have 9-1 Louisville traveling to 6-4 Miami. As of time of recording, Louisville is a 1-point favorite, even though they have a lot better record. And as per the rules, Rod, you go first on this one. Who do you have and why?
This is an interesting game. I honestly didn't realize how good Louisville had been playing and how good their record was until maybe 2 or 3 weeks ago. Miami, I still think. Look at Miami. I think they should probably be 8-3 or 8-2 right about now. There's a couple games in there that they just kind of gave away at the last second. Louisville's only favored by 1. Oh, I don't want to do this. I'm going to go with Miami. I'm going to go with Miami to win this game at home.
Okay.
That's what I was going to pick.
Okay.
Because so last week we did the mistake of not reading, I guess, enough into the line. Texas Tech and Kansas, and we were like, "Why is this line so short?" And then Texas Tech, ends up winning. So I was going to go with Miami, but we're going to start early today.
Oh wow!
Well, is this really
the best ever?
Anti-Raj pick.
Okay, so you're going to officially call it the anti-Raj pick.
I'm going to call it anti-Raj pick. I'm going with Louisville. They find a way to get it done. And I don't even know if Louisville finds a way to get it done or Miami just finds a way to lose it somewhere along the way. So
first of all, you never can tell.
Yes. So that's what I'm going with. I'm going to take Louisville on the road. Let's get it started early.
All right, there we go. Starting off with a disagreement. We will stay in the ACC. Coming off a big win against their rivals, North Carolina travels to Clemson. North Carolina is currently 8-2. Clemson at 6-4, playing a lot better since Dabo basically cussed out a fan. North Carolina is coming in at 8-2. Clemson at 6-4, although Clemson is actually favored by 6.5. Herb, you're up first on this one. Who do you have and why?
I'm not overthinking. I'm taking Clemson. Clemson at home. North Carolina with that leaky defense just finds a way to let other teams into it. Clemson fired up since Dabo had that Jello wrestling match with the caller. So I think that they figure out a way to get this done at home. So North Carolina is just one of my bigger North Carolina State, two of my biggest disappointments on the year. I'm gonna take Clemson at home.
More on that later, maybe. Raj, who do you think on this one?
Before I give my pick, let it be known that Herb just made up another one. Jello
What?
wrestling match. Never heard that one before. That's the new one. Jello wrestling match. Never heard it. I will start to use that.
First off,
What?
I didn't
What?
make up any of the other ones.
I've never heard any of the other ones.
I have never heard it as a football reference, but
Yeah.
if you've been to spring break in the South at the beach, you've heard of Jello wrestling.
Yeah. So
But
straight
not
to
in this way though. So
You're right. I've never heard it as a football reference, so you are correct in that.
I never went to a produce section and said, "Hey, let me get the second banana, not the first one." So
Oh.
okay. Anyway,
these are
back
all
to-
phrases. Like
that you made up. We got it. Herb.
I mean, honestly, that may be your problem that you're going to the produce section of the grocery store and only buying one banana.
Hey man.
That seems odd if you're at the
Yeah.
grocery store.
well, in his defense, at the price of groceries these days, sometimes that's all you can
Yeah, that's all you can afford. You buy that one banana, you just cut it up for days.
Yes.
That's
yeah.
a very good point, which is why everybody should be watching this show. So maybe we can win them some money or go against us and help them win them some money.
That's true.
But Herb did pick Clemson in that. Raj, do you agree? Do you think North Carolina will take it? Who do you
I
have?
agree. I agree with Herb. I think North Carolina's coming off that was a double overtime game with Duke. I think
overtime.
ever since Riley Leonard's been out, Duke hasn't been the same team. I think Clemson has found some new form motivation ever since Dabo got into that wrestling Jello match with that guy. And I don't know. I kind of like Clemson. I don't know if they're going to win out. Like I take a look at who else they're going to play, but I think they can take North Carolina.
Yeah. Isn't it just North Carolina?
It's just North and South Carolina. I think Clemson's going to win out.
I think they can beat both those two teams combined, to be honest. So I think they'll be okay.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
King of the Carolinas.
That's one game we won't pick next week since you guys kind of let your cards out on the table. We'll stay out of the way from Clemson, South Carolina next week. So hopefully there's other good games that you guys aren't going to ruin. But as Herb, you guys mentioned, you haven't been happy with North Carolina or North Carolina State, which leads us into our next game. North Carolina State traveling to Virginia Tech.
Oh my
North
god.
Carolina State at 7-5. Virginia Tech at 5-5, although Virginia Tech is favored by 2.5 at home. And luckily for her, Raj gets to pick first on this, so he gets the little insight on the game. Raj, who do you have on?
I know North Carolina State has a good defense. What's the line again?
On the year. Virginia Tech by 2.5.
I'm gonna take Virginia Tech at home.
Okay. Any reasoning, or just because?
Honestly, no specific reasoning on this one. I just think Virginia Tech probably has a little better of an offense. North Carolina will score about 10 to 13 points, but I think it's gonna be more of like a 21-13 type game.
Okay. Herb, with that expert analysis, do you agree? Do you disagree?
I mean, this is gonna pain me, but for the second time this year, I'm gonna take NC State on the road, and I will probably be driving to North Carolina and chopping the entire state off of the map if they lose this. But I'm gonna take NC State on the road. I think they play. Raj mentioned they play much better defense. I think they'll turn this one into a slobber knocker, and I think they will end up winning this one.
Okay, I'll admit I've heard slobber knocker before.
Yes.
I wanted to do it, but I wasn't gonna do it. We've heard that one.
Yeah, I figured I'm good because you've heard all the ones I say somewhere.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Sounds like a verbal Jello wrestling match. But anyway.
That sounds like a log jam of words, is what it sounds like.
Oh my gosh. This podcast is gonna be real leaky tomorrow.
You both are putrid.
You guys talked about, Clemson doing such a great job after his debacle with the callers. Any chance you guys take callers on your show at any point?
I would love to if we ever get to that point. That would be pretty cool.
I mean, somebody could call my cell phone and we could just play it.
Put it on speaker.
That's as far as we go right now.
Yeah, we haven't worked out all the logistics behind everything else, so that'd be.
Yeah.
But, hey, that'd be cool if we could do that one day.
But moving forward, luckily for everybody, we're going to move out of the ACC now. Moving over to the Big 12. A good rivalry game here as well. Before rivalry, Kansas State going to Kansas. Both teams are 7-3. Kansas State is currently favored by 8.5. You're up first on this one. Who do you have on?
You said K-State's at home on this one?
No, K-State is traveling to Kansas. Well, they're both in Kansas.
They're both in Kansas, yeah.
But technically,
they're basically just walking over, is what you're saying.
Yeah,
essentially. Yeah.
I'm gonna take K-State. simply because of the line. Kansas, it's amazing to be ranked higher and an 8-point dog at home like that. None of that makes any kind of sense to me. So I'm just not going to overthink it. I'm taking K-State on the road to get it done.
All right, there you go. Raj, do you agree?
I agree. I'm going to go ahead and take K-State. You said K-State's on the road, right? I mean, they're playing at Kansas.
Yeah, they're playing at Lawrence.
Yeah, I think K-State has a better offense. I'm going to go with K-State.
Yeah. I feel like Kansas is already thinking about basketball anyway, so their minds won't be on this. The players will be very discombobulated about the whole thing.
Well, and I'm not even going to go there. Moving on, next game up, still in the Big 12, a game that it has extra interest for us Alabama fans. You have 9-1 Texas going into Iowa State at 6-4. Texas is favored by 8.5, although they didn't play great against TCU. Rod, you're up first. Who do you have in line?
I've been saying it all year. I've been telling her all year. Texas is going to lose a game that they should not lose this year. Now, they lost the Red River rivalry, so be it. After this week, they play Texas Tech to close out the season. Iowa State has Texas's number. Iowa State is going to win in an upset this Saturday. You've heard it here first.
All right.
I'm taking Texas, but this will be the game that I'm like, I hope Raj is right.
Yeah.
Please
Raj
be right.
Yeah, we wouldn't mind Texas losing.
We all as Alabama fans, we're all hoping Raj is right.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna go, and maybe I'll take my bad luck with this. I'll take Texas to win, and if they lose, I consider myself the MVP of the season.
I'll give it to you.
Yeah.
I'll vote that if they end up losing, and hopefully your pick for them makes them lose. I'm okay with that.
That's the reverse psychology.
Just to make note, we've picked 5 games so far. So far, there are 3 disagreements. So a big week for the Ragsdale Rumble so far. We'll see if we have any more in the next few games. We are going to move out west, out of the Big 12 and into the Pac-12. First up, you have 7-3 Utah going into 7-3 Arizona. And honestly enough, Arizona is only favored by 0.5 point at home.
That's such a weird line.
It is.
It is.
It is
pretty much a pick 'em because obviously you can't win by less than a point. So it's pretty
Yeah.
much just their way of saying it's a pick 'em without saying it.
Right.
Giving them probably the 0.5 point just because they're at home. Herb, you up first. Who do you think?
Man, it's like I know Utah's not that great on the road, but it seems like even without Cam Rising, they have risen up to play much better. So
they've got a pig farmer at quarterback. So I mean,
right. Yeah, and that's why Arkansas has done so bad because he's the one been calling the Hogs all year. So I am going to take Utah on the road in this one to win this game. Do like Arizona's fight last week, but I feel like Utah's just the better team.
Yeah.
All right, Raj, what do you think?
I like Utah's defense in this game. I think Utah's the better team on both sides of the ball, but I think they're going to get more stops than the other team. So I'm going to go with Utah. And even though the sun is set, because Cam's not rising anymore.
How long were you waiting to use that one?
About 20 seconds.
Okay.
Yeah.
Respect.
It is impressive to see Arizona ranked 21, though, so they've had a pretty decent season.
Pac-12 has decided to go out with a bang. They're like, okay, everybody play the best ball that you got going on there.
But think about Colorado, where Colorado started off at 4-0, then everything just went downhill after that.
But let's not talk about Colorado.
Oh, sorry.
That's another subject.
Yeah.
Way to go, Roger. Making Mike sad.
My bad.
I love you, Dion. I still believe. Anyway, moving on to another game that Alabama fans will be concerned about. Washington 10-0 travels to Oregon State at 8-2, and
this
surprisingly enough, even though Washington is a top 5 team, Oregon State is actually favored in this game at home.
That is crazy.
Roger up first. What do you think will happen in the game?
Definitely an interesting game. Washington has the better QB, better offense, but I think Oregon State has the better defense here.
DJ Jazzy Jeff is playing for them too.
Oregon State actually put up some pretty good numbers last week. They played who they played last week? They put up like
that doesn't count.
Never mind, that's not impressive.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go with Washington in this game. I think it's gonna be a lot closer than the people expect. Well, the line's only 1, so people are expecting to be close anyway. So.
Maybe a lot closer than people think because it's only 1.
I'm gonna go with Washington in this game. I think Penix has another monster game.
Oh, it's so tough.
No, it's not. Just pick one.
Don't be a jerk.
Do you think Penix will DJ ukulele?
Ukulele.
You know what? I like me an old fashioned ukulele. I'm gonna take Oregon State at home. We're gonna keep the disagreements going. I mean, it's crazy to me. So every time Roger and I look at a line and go, "That's crazy," and we go the way that we think, we're wrong. I'm just gonna read it to the line. Oregon State actually even favored at home. It's weird the games Oregon State has lost. We got like Washington State and Arizona, but like they beat Utah and beat a tough UCLA team. So I don't get it. You would think at Washington this line would be like 14 or something, So I don't know how much this swings just being at home. So I'm going to take Oregon State at home. This will be a good game to watch, though.
There we go. And that will conclude our Pac-12. We will move on. This is the last official game that we will go over. It's back in the SEC. It is number one, well, at least number one in the coaches poll, or the AP poll. Georgia going into Tennessee at 7-3. Crazy things happen. And I believe someone on the screen may have picked Tennessee to win at the beginning of the year.
I did. And I'm not doing it anymore. That was wrong. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Georgia's by far the better team on both sides of the ball. Yeah. Their offense is getting better and better every week. Yeah. They just put up 51 against Ole Miss. Tennessee just got the butt whooped by Missouri. There's not much more to say. Georgia's going to win this game handily.
Yeah, handily.
I don't know
I was hoping Raj would stick with his beginning of the year pick, but hey, it's always good to say when you're wrong.
If Tennessee can pull off the upset, I'd be happy if they can pull off the upset, but I don't think it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
Well, so that is everything we have on the list. What we have now is we have 4 different games that could decide it. With an even number of games, I will let both competitors decide whether we have an extra. I have 4 games listed, all of which are 15-point underdogs or more. I'm going to call it the upset alert special.
Okay.
If you would like to, and it has to be unanimous, both of you have to say yes, obviously. I will let you go draft style out of the 4 teams we have and pick teams based on the number. If the team you pick covers, you get 1 point. If the team picks outright, you get 2 points.
Okay.
So would you guys like to do that or keep it as the list and see what happens in the games normally?
I'm down.
Sure.
Okay. So I'll do the 4 teams and the 4 lines, and then we'll start with Rod since he's behind. You'll pick first, and then Herb you'll pick, then Rod you'll pick, and then whichever one you feel most confident, and then so on and so forth.
Got it.
So the 4 games are Maryland and Michigan. Michigan's favored by 19. Oklahoma and BYU. Oklahoma is favored by 24.
Okay.
Ohio State and Minnesota. Ohio State is favored by 27.5.
Okay.
And then Oregon and Arizona State. Oregon is favored by 24. So, Raj, since you are going first, you can pick any one of those games. And now keep in mind, you get 1 point if you cover, 2 if you win, 2 if they win outright. So, whichever game you have the most confidence in, Raj, you get to pick first.
Ohio State's playing, you said Minnesota, right?
Yep.
What was the
favored by 27.5.
27.5.
And these are all lines based on.
I think Ohio State's going to win. I just don't know if they're cover.
Right. So you're not picking Ohio State. You're picking, can Minnesota cover that 27.5?
Yeah. I get that. I see what you're saying. I'll take Maryland and Michigan. I don't think Michigan's going to win. I mean, I think Michigan's going to win, but I don't think that they cover. Yeah, they're gonna beat Maryland. I'm sorry, but they're not gonna cover 19. No, wait. Hold on.
It's tough.
Oh man. Huh?
It's tough.
It is. I'm thinking about the long. Yeah.
You went where I went first, thinking about Minnesota.
Yeah. You know what? I think Ohio State is going to cover the 27.5. I'm gonna go with that one.
No, you're not. You're picking the underdog, right?
Yeah, you're picking. This is the upset alert. You're picking which.
So you're picking the underdog. So if the underdog stays within the number, you get 1 point. If they win outright, you get 2. Yeah.
I'll pick the Michigan Maryland. I don't think Michigan covers.
So you're gonna take Maryland.
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna take
Herb?
BYU.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. So our 2 remaining games. Ohio State.
You got Minnesota or Arizona State, Raj?
Arizona State. Minnesota is getting 27.5 points. Arizona State is getting 24 against Oregon.
Shoot.
Yeah.
I think they're both going to cover.
Yeah.
I'll just take Oregon just for the heck of it. I mean, I think
so. Full disclosure, Minnesota was going to be my first pick, and then I saw they lost to Michigan by 42, and I was like, "Oh,
I didn't even look at that."
That was the first thing I looked at. So I don't know if I have any confidence. I think Raj picked probably the best one out of them. But if you get an angry Michigan team,
yeah,
this game could go sideways on Maryland. But they're probably the best one out of them. So
yeah, because I think Maryland can put up points.
Yeah,
you know they've shown bright spots during the season where they can put up points at a clip. So I mean that's probably the one I'd have went with as well.
Yeah.
So well, all right there. So we've got a little bit of a wrinkle just in mind, just to keep up with some of the games that are a little bit more out of whack that you wouldn't normally keep up with. Again, there are 4 disagreements in the regular: Louisville and Miami, North Carolina State and Virginia Tech, Texas and Iowa State, Oregon State and Washington. All differences throughout the day. And then you have our 4 upset alerts just to keep everybody watching. Not really much to talk about outside of that list. Alabama playing a UT Chattanooga team, which, we will cover in Bama versus the World on another video coming up. Hopefully you also watch that as well. Make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel, Herb and Raj Podcast. Follow us on all platforms, and hopefully you guys have a great Saturday. Roll Tide.
Roll Tide, everybody.